On average, almost 2/3 of customers are abandoning their checkout, which is leading to huge opportunities being missed. And so in this video, I'm going to be going over how you can recover tens of thousands of dollars in revenue with a high converting abandoned checkout email flow. My name is Abdul Ibrahim and I've worked with over 50 brands and I've generated over $37 million for e-commerce brands, all with just email marketing. So let's get right into it. So this is a snapshot of one of our clients that have generated $2.4 million over a 6-month period from December 1st to May 20th, which is attributed to 32% of their overall total revenue. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the abandoned checkout flow, as I've stated, and we have generated them $113,000 in saved revenue for them over that 6-month period. So this is a diagram that I've put together of what it looks like between average abandonment rate and the revenue being lost. There's about $260 billion annually that e-commerce brands lose at the checkout or cart abandoned stage, which is a huge amount of revenue to be losing. So as I said, the average abandon rate is approximately 70%, and there are various factors that contribute to this. But first of all, we need to understand exactly what the goal of the abandoned checkout flow is. It's basically to recover potential revenue that would otherwise be lost by reminding customers of the items that they've left behind at checkout. So what is the difference between abandoned checkout and abandoned cart? A lot of brands can get quite confused about this. A lot of marketers can get quite confused about this. So this is a table that I've put together which illustrates between abandoned checkout flow and abandoned cart. For the abandoned checkout flow, the trigger here is that it will be initiated after the customer enters their payment information, versus abandoned cart flow will be triggered when items are added to the cart. So the intent here is much higher for those that are at the abandoned checkout flow compared to those that are at the abandoned cart flow as well. In terms of email content, what we want to be doing here is we want to emphasize urgency and trust signals, versus on the abandoned cart flow, we want to highlight products and encourage returns as well. But you can also highlight products as well with your abandoned checkout flow, and we'll go through some examples and a breakdown soon. This is the difference if you're looking or if you're working with Klaviyo as an email service provider, which in my opinion is the best platform out there for e-commerce brands. This is the difference you'll see within the platform between an abandoned cart flow trigger and an abandoned checkout flow trigger. In the abandoned cart flow trigger, you need to be using the added to cart metric, whereas on the abandoned checkout flow, you need to be looking at or installing, making sure you have the checkout started metric. Completely two different metrics, and a lot of brand owners will kind of see the two as the same when they are not. So 5 reasons why your customers are leaving checkout. So the first reason is unexpected costs. 55% of customers abandon carts due to unexpected extra costs such as shipping, taxes or fees. The second reason here is complex checkout processes. The more complex your checkout process will be, the less likelihood your customers will actually proceed to checkout and actually hitting the place order button or the buy button. So 26% of customers abandon because the checkout process is way too complicated and too long. And so what we want to do here is we want to have, short, straightforward checkout processes and cart processes so you can minimize as much friction as possible. The third reason is mandatory account creation, and this is probably one of the worst things you could do at your checkout process, is forcing customers to create an account just for them to purchase something, and I've seen that quite often actually. Product uncertainty I think is another big one. So data shows that 22% of customers abandon due to unclear products, details, quality concerns, and what we want to do here is we want to provide as much information, reviews, images that can eliminate any doubts of what the customer is looking to buy. And the last one is brand trust issues. So surveys reveal that 18% of customers leave due to lack of trust in the brand, and poor brand reputation or lack of customer testimonials will only lead to hesitation. So the reasons will obviously be different between first-time buyers and repeat buyers. So this is a diagram that I've put together that just basically shows why customers or the types of customers that are leaving abandoned checkout. So for your first-time buyers, they're leaving because of brand trust issues, product uncertainty, things like mandatory account creation, complex checkout process, and unexpected costs. Whereas those that have been shopping with you for quite a while, they may have issues around loyalty issues, shipping concerns, inventory problems if you've got items out of stock, and price sensitivity and payment issues as well. So you need to really consider this when you're building your abandoned checkout flow, you can't just build one flow that will just communicate to all types of buyers. You will have first time buyers, second time buyers, third time buyers, even seventh time buyers. And each and every single customer is completely different. And so if you're kind of messaging and building your emails in a way in which addresses just everyone, you're not really addressing anyone at the same time. So the customers, or the questions I should say, that your customers are asking before they proceed to checkout or after they proceed to checkout is, will this product give me benefits that I'm looking for? Can this product or brand deliver on the outcomes that they're promising? Is this the brand that will help me get to my goal? And is there any proof that customers or other customers are having great results or are seeing results? Is this product worth the price? Are there any additional or hidden costs? What's really important here is that you need to be able to address all of these questions within your abandoned cart flows, within your abandoned checkout flows, as much as you can, to eliminate these kind of objections as much as you can, not only about your product, but about your brand as well. And the more you can address these questions up front, the more likelihood you'll be able to see higher click rates and also, more importantly, higher placed orders. We're going to go through and have a breakdown of exactly how we generated $113,000 in saved revenue or recovered revenue in sales in 6 months for this brand. We're going to be looking at the first 3 emails. So we're going to start off with email 1 and have a look at that. So this is going to be the first 3 emails breakdown in terms of content analysis. So this first section here is very clear, straightforward. Greeting grabs the attention immediately by addressing the customer's potential concern about their abandoned checkout. With this call to action, it's very direct and clear action prompt CTA, so easy for the customer to understand exactly what they need to do next, minimizes the friction and guides customers to purchase with a single click. This section here is basically providing a personal touch from a satisfied customer, helps to reassure the potential buyers about the quality and effectiveness of the product, and which is basically trust building here. This section here with the product recommendations, so highlighting products customers might be interested in, is such an easy way to increase the order value and gives them a reminder of what else they could add to their cart. So that's email 1. Email 2, this is the email here on the left hand side, and this section here pretty similar to the first section in email 1. This section here creates a sense of urgency, some excitement, encouraging or ensuring customers are encouraged. So using something like forgetting something prompts the customer to recall their abandoned checkout and resume their shopping process. This section here with the badges effectively communicates the brand's values and product benefits. It's female founded, sensitive skin, friendly, plant-based, etc. All of this builds trust and aligns with the target's audience values. We've got a little bit of a typo over there. And then these 3 badges here. So these icons for the 30-day return policy, free shipping over $70, and the rewards program are included, which helps to address the common concerns and add value. The main value of this email is to recover abandoned checkout processes by reminding recipients to complete their purchase, whilst also reinforcing the brand's credibility and enticing further engagement through additional key product recommendation and highlighting key benefits and trust factors. And this is the last email that we're going to review, is email number 3. This is typically coming after about 72 hours after email 1, sometimes a little bit earlier than that, more 48 hours, between 48 and 72 hours is what we A/B test. The first section here, this visual countdown clock creates a real-time sense of urgency, pushing the recipient to act quickly before the timer runs out. So the last chance and your cart is feeling lonely is to instill FOMO in the reader straight away. We have visual evidence of product effectiveness with before and after pictures over here to build even more credibility and demonstrates real results right away. This section here, again, similar to emails 1 and 2, highlighting product customers might be interested in, is in such an easy way, again, to increase the order value and gives them a reminder of what else they could add to their cart. So that's pretty much the first 3 emails. It's obviously not as complex as you might have thought. It's very straightforward and sticking to the fundamentals, and it's how we've generated exactly $113,000, where we've tested so many different kinds of content here, from the copy to the types of testimonials we want to put in there, the types of case studies or customer success stories, and basically just kind of going back to these questions and just answering them as much as possible. What we're doing further with the rest of the emails. So this here has probably another 7-8 emails, but for the purpose of the length of this video, I've just cut it down to the first 3 emails, which are generating the most revenue. This is an abandoned checkout flow structure you can follow. So email 1, what you want to have is your initial email reminder. A/B test them between 30 minutes and 60 minutes after the trigger is started. And what you want to do is you want to have a subject line, something like "you left something behind" as well. Email 2 is customer reviews. So providing as much proof and results from other customers who have seen results and had a pleasant experience is really crucial. You can test this between 12 to 24 hours from the first email is what you can typically send between, and key product benefits is what you want to highlight. And as I said, before and after customer success stories. So customer reviews is your 5-star reviews, and your before and after is what you can physically see. If you've got, a fitness supplement brand, or you've got hair oil brand or skincare brand, is exactly what you want to be showing. Email 3, highlighting key USPs. So what are your key unique selling points? If you don't know them, then obviously it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to create any type of content that will actually drive engagement. Customers are always looking for key unique selling points. What you want to do at email 3 is you can drive some more urgency, remind of the discount if they're a first-time buyer, and customer success stories even further. And this will go out typically after 48 hours after email 2 or email 1. And then email 4 is addressing common objections. Easy way to do this is to go to your customer support team and just ask them, what are our 10 most common objections that we're getting at the customer service, when people are about to place an order or place an order. And I'm sure you will know what are your most frequently asked questions as well. Either one of those, you want to address as many objections as possible and self-limiting beliefs as well. And then final hours for discount. This is where you can push as much urgency as quickly as possible. And you can test this between 12 to 24 hours from email 3. Email 5 is last call on discount and product offer. And you can even give, as I said, a further product offer here, further customer testimonials, and you can drive this after 6 hours. So just letting them know that there's only 6 hours left is pushing the engagement, pushing the urgency as much as possible. You want to have 2 filters on, and you can filter this as you go. So obviously the bigger email list you have, the more customers you have, the more subscribers you'll have going through these flows. You can filter them based on the products that they have in the cart and their cart value. If you've got different products in their cart, you can build a checkout flow that will specifically address objections for that specific product, or produce content for that specific product that they have as well, and show specific customer success stories for that specific product, which is going to be way more personalized than just focusing on your general products over there. And then your cart value. So you've got customers who may have left a lot of revenue at the checkout stage. You can kind of get that picked up on by Klaviyo triggers, and you can produce specific content that will be based on how much that it is that they're leaving. Of course, the bigger cart, the more content you want to put out there, the more kind of content that will object to some of their self-limiting beliefs or their objections is what you want to do, and not be able to just create content for someone who's left a $50 product versus someone who's left a $500 product in the cart, or if their cart comes to that type of total as well. Because of that, and I said earlier, it's really important to segment your frequent purchases. So here is a snapshot between our first-time buyers and our second-time buyers on the abandoned checkout flow. And you can see the huge difference here between the placed orders, almost double in terms of revenue over there. So still very high click rates, very high open rates, and you can see how much of a difference between it is first-time buyers and second-time buyers on the placed order over there. That is the full tutorial on how you can build a high converting abandoned checkout email flow. Now, of course, you can take everything that I've explained in this video and start building your own abandoned checkout email flow right away. But the truth is, it's much easier said than done. It's completely useless building this flow if you don't know how to build the right abandoned checkout email flow for your brand. If you're an e-commerce brand doing at least $50,000 a month in revenue and would like a free in-depth email marketing strategy, feel free to book a call in the description below and I'll be able to give you a full in-depth game plan. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up on the video and be sure to be subscribed for even more videos on the way. Thanks for watching.